Hey guys, how's it going? Tmanplays here with another YouTube video. We're going to be going over the new Northag divisions. Just ninth Infantry for this video. As we'll hop right into it, we'll look at some of the new units, kind of go over the division as a whole. First, we're going to start off with the CUCV supply, 300 supply in this. Then we have the standard M35 supply, basic command vehicle that we've seen before, UH-60A supply helicopter, UH-60A command helicopter. You get 2 cards of the Humvee CP. Nice little command vehicle, pretty quick. And then just a standard fob. Moving on to the infantry tab, we have some reservist M60 units, which now have 4 strength instead of 3. Also 4 strength for the standard version as well. That's one of the changes in this update. Going to the 50 cal team, they also still remain with 4 HP. Pretty fast transport with these as well, so you can get them to areas pretty fast. Then we got standard MP patrol and the MP patrol with the M67. They also come with this Humvee here, which has the military police trait as well, kind of added on. So pretty nice little combination there. Some standard engineer leaders, which we've seen before in other divisions. A pretty nice 11-man team. They can also come in the pretty cool looking model here of this Humvee with basically a 50 cal on top. Pretty nice looking unit there. So nice little transport for the leader. You can also get it with like the engineer squads as well. The engineer flash have it, and then the engineer dragon can get it as well. Then we got a grenade launcher team. Grenade launcher is really good now. Highly recommend taking these in your deck. They're a lot of fun to use at the moment. Then we have National Guard rifle leaders, which they do have in the 35th. Some National Guard rifle laws, which we can get in the National Guard M113A1. And then just some National Guard rifles dragon. Light rifle leader, which is in Berlin command. You can also get a new transport option here with the Humvee with the little grenade launcher on top, the Mark 19 there. Pretty nice. Then we have some light rifle laws, which you actually get 3 cards of these, and you can get them in the really nice the transport options as well. But the light rifle laws are in the Berlin command. You only get 1 card of them in Berlin command, though. Here you get 3. And they have the M21 sniper rifle, some laws, 2 M249s, and then 7 of the M16A2s. Really nice infantry unit overall. I'd take all 3 cards of these for sure. Moving on, we got a National Guard tow. The only thing bad about this is the 16 pin. So basically, anything with 3 armor or above, it's going to take 2 shots. So basically, you're only one-tapping 2 armored vehicles and below. But it does have good accuracy. It has at least 3 strength instead of the standard 2. So it's still pretty decent. But when you have things like the ITO, I'd much prefer just to go ahead and bring the ITO. The big difference, though, is obviously the availability. You can get 8 of these National Guard tows just to kind of sprinkle around. And because they look similar to like a tow being fired, you can kind of force your enemy to smoke thinking that it's an ITO or maybe the more expensive tow 2A. So, pick your poison there, but I'd be taking the ITO and the tow 2A. And they also come in the fast transports. This one has a Blackhawk transport as well. This one does not have the Blackhawk. New unit here, the Light Rifles Dragon, which is also very solid infantry unit, as they come with 3 of the M249s, 10 strength, 7 M16s, and then 6 of these Dragon 2 rounds. But you can also get them in the really good transports as well. So, yeah, Light Rifles Law, Light Rifles Dragons, sprinkle some ITOs in there. Maybe a card of Engineers, card of Dragons, and then probably the grenade launchers here with a CV. And if you want to build it more reservist based, I'd take the military police units, but I'd probably just build it around the more elite units in this infantry tab. It's got some nice choices there. Also, lots of availability in terms of AP points, so you can basically max this thing out. When we go to the artillery, got the M30 little mortar here, pretty nice range on this, so that's good for smoking. We got a National Guard little mortar system here. This one's probably a bit better as you can actually move this around. This one just get counter batteried. So why not just go ahead, pay the extra points, get a more mobile mortar system. If you want to maybe use it against infantry, spend the extra 10 points and get this one, as it has a little bit more HE damage. We've seen this in 82nd and 101st, just the light little howitzer 105 here. Very nice new unit with the Miklik. Has 12 front armor. Um, Same range as the one that's in Rugener. As those little systems basically operates the same. But a very nice little addition here for 90 points. Pretty cool looking unit. You can get 4 of these at 2 cards. 155 mils. And then we have a new unit, which uses the guided indirect rounds. So basically like the laser guided Akatsuya. If you look at the difference here, same HE, same suppression, less range on the guided one. Obviously, the big difference is just that the guided one is going to like pinpoint hit as long as you have, recon on the target. The aim time is also a little bit better because it does come basically base upfitted. But the problem is you don't get 2 of them. You only get 1 of these. So honestly, I'd probably, if you're going to go with the howitzer here, or the 155, I'd just stick with the regular ones because of the range and everything. And just because if this gets counter better, you don't have another one that can replace it. Then we got some National Guard M109s. Little cluster MLRS. Pretty nice. Moving on to the tank tab, we have the National Guard M150A2 TOW2s. These also have smoke on them, which is nice. They are reservists, but they do have a TOW2A. So not really a bad unit for 65 points. They do have mediocre stealth, but if you have these behind, let's say your M60s down here, they can basically start doing a lot of damage as your M60s kind of take the fire, and then your opponent's kind of forced to smoke due to the TOW2 being fired at them. We also have some cards of Humvee TOWs, which I love these units. Highly recommend these units. And then we'll just do the comparison here to one of the other new units in this division. We have a CUCV with a Hellfire, basically, on top of it. So it has 1 less pin, but look at the suppression difference. Basically, opponent gets hit with the Hellfire thing here, and yeah, they're basically getting stunned up no matter what. You also get more range with 2,800 meters, 70% accuracy. It's a very fast firing missile on a very fast little truck here. The Humvee's actually faster off road speed, but road speed I guess it would be the same. So they're both fast, but yeah, faster missile on the CUCV, a little bit more autonomy too. But yeah, this is a very nice unit. Sadly, the availability is only at 3, but it is a very good unit. So yeah, just try it out yourself. Very, very cool unit, and it's got 6 ammo as well, which is very nice. Got a card of M60A3s, little command version, 2 cards of those actually, and then some National Guard M60s as well. So yeah, you basically you don't really have like a heavy tank. You kind of got to use your M60s and then put your high hitting TOW2s or Hellfire little CUCVs behind your tanks to do the damage, while your tanks just kind of accept and soak up the enemy fire. In the Recon tab, we have National Guard Scouts with just your standard transports. We have a little Humvee here with exceptional optics, good stealth, 20 points. This is actually a pretty good unit just to provide recon, because it has good stealth, exceptional optics, so you can just kind of hide this around the flanks. It's only 20 points, if you want to just kind of send it on a flank to scout something. Not really have to worry about it. Provide you reconnaissance, pretty good deal for 20 points. We have scout units, also come with a Humvee with a 50 cal and an AGL version. The Volt unit, which is new, they can come in this little fast M1040, which has a road speed of 120 kilometers an hour, which is now the fastest thing on the road. It's also very fast off-road, basically going the standard road speed off-road. So you can get these guys to areas very quickly. They don't have any AT. They're just 2 strength, very good optics, exceptional stealth. Just a standard recon unit, but with an extremely fast transport. Then we have the Siwi, which is a unit in 35th. Basically gives you the SIGINT trait. So it lets you detect basically everything besides special forces if you want to kind of use them to advance upon an objective. We have another really cool unit here. This is a new one. It comes with the Barrett M82. Very nice sniper rifle. If your opponent doesn't see this thing shooting at him, you'll just absolutely melt anything that's standing in their way, especially when you get the 500% increase in damage after sitting still for 10 seconds. So that's very nice, and you can get them in the faster transport here as well, or just the standard Humvee if you want to spend the 5 less points. But considering these guys are forward deploy and they can come in a extremely fast transport, you can get them to areas very quickly with that combination. So this is a very nice unit to kind of sneak behind the enemy lines, maybe snipe some of those higher end targets, because this sniper rifle will do a good amount of damage to that. We also have some of these little M1040s with the fast speeds with 50 cal on top. You can get it with the Mark 19 on top, or you can get one with a TOW2A, or a TOW2, I guess. Very nice looking model there. But yeah, these are basically really good for just skirting around the edge of the map, or just getting to areas extremely fast, kind of locking them down, cutting off your opponent's forward deploy. So you want to be pretty aggressive with those. They do have limited availability, as you see, 5, 4, 3. So you do got to use them pretty carefully because you don't get a lot of them. Got an OH-58C Scout. Another little recon helicopter here. This one has a little cannon on it, though, which is pretty nice. It is 65 points, though, so you're basically paying, 20 points for a better gun. I'd probably just stick with the standard Scout here, because it does still just have 4 HP, so I think this is a little bit overpriced at the moment, especially when you look at something like the Kiowa with the rockets here being only a 10-point upgrade on the Scout. I don't really think this justifies 20 points. I'd probably put it pretty level with the Kiowa Scout, just because this one has exceptional optics as well. This one only has very good. So there's multiple trade-offs there, but I think this one's a bit overpriced at the moment. We also have a drone, just a nice new drone. We know how good these have been in the 76th Division, so I'd recommend taking this as well. Can provide you some nice reconnaissance. Moving to the AA, we got some National Guard Stingers. Got the VADs, which can be air transported with the Chinook. Got a standard Stinger squad here, which can also be transported via Blackhawk. New unit with the XM85T Chap, basically a chaparral. I was going to say that's not on wheels. I guess this one would be on wheels. The other one's technically tracked. So we have a chaparral on wheels, which you can tow around, or you can airdrop it somewhere. So, you can do some sneaky stuff with this. But nice 8 availability as well. So, yeah, pretty decent AA across the board, especially when you add in the final piece here of the Avenger. Big fan of the Avenger. I like Humvee kind of divisions and all that, so this might be one of my new favorite divisions. But yeah, nice little Avenger here. And then moving on to the helicopter tab, just have the standard AH-1F Hog, and then your standard Tow Cobra. So nothing special in the helicopter tab. We've seen all this before. Moving on to the air, though, we get some new units here. We're going to start off with the F-16C AA2. This is a nice little shotgun fighter. Very, very nice. Know how good that is. And then we get the F-15C Eagle as well. Sadly, it's not the one with AMRAAMs, only the one with the Sparrows. But Eagle's obviously known for their speed in the game and their 40% ECM. Very, very scary fighter to be up against. F-16 HE bomber here. This one is an 82nd already. I think it's pretty decent for what it is. Some people think it's overpriced. Um, when you add in the AIM-9Ms and all that, the bomb loads seem to be okay. I wouldn't say it's fantastic, but it does a decent enough job. Then we add in a new plane here with the F-16C cluster. We got this one, which was added to 11th Cav not that long ago. The only thing I don't like about this is the supply cost is a bit too expensive. It is a very good bomber. Does a lot of damage. It's just the reload time of 6 minutes is kind of a big turnoff. And then we have a seed plane to help out with kind of keeping air superiority. And then my favorite plane, the FA-16, because this thing has a pave claw. So, very nice gun on this. Sadly, it cannot be used against aircraft, which is, cue the sad noises. But a very nice looking camo on this. Very sexy looking aircraft. And, it's got 4 weapon slots. It's got the Vulcan, the Pave Claw, the Maverick, and the AIM-9P. But yeah, this thing is very scary against ground targets. And yeah, that's going to conclude it for the 9th Infantry Division. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.